Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has handed over to the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission a report by the country's parliament on its findings and recommendations to the preliminary delimitation report.
They have made their observations, but beyond that, they have also compiled the debate in Parliament, which can give you the insight of the feelings by members of Parliament, resulting in the construction and compilation of their report to you. So, if I may present it to you, madam. Yes. I will present my own observations Monday.
The report was tabled in Parliament and debated before it was handed over back to the President for submission to the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission as required by law.
We've received the report from His Excellency the President, and we have assured him that we will take a look at all of the recommendations and the concerns that have been raised by parliamentarians. Now, in terms of the way forward, we are still to receive corrections from His Excellency the President himself, and we anticipate that he will do so in the course of the following week, whereafter we will gather as a commission, look at all of the recommendations holistically, and then look at those that we can accede to and those that we cannot accede to, and we will compile our own report for His Excellency the President, where we will state our reasons for acceding to certain recommendations and perhaps not acceding to some. I'm not by any means saying that we're not going to accede to any recommendations. I want to be very clear, we're going to take a look at all the recommendations.
The Electoral Commission maintains it will adhere to the stipulated time frames ahead of the crucial elections.
In terms of timelines, the next election period is likely to be between 26 July and 24 August. So that means we ought to be able to gazette the final delimitation report sometime end of January or perhaps mid-February in order to meet that 6-month deadline.
Some political players have raised concerns on the failure by the electoral body to provide them with an electronic voters roll, which they say is crucial in scrutinizing the report.
We restate our demand for an electronic copy of the voters roll. Everything, when it comes to delimitation, turns on the voters roll. It tells us the number of voters in any given area. You know, we can't just get a table from ZEC saying that there are 33,000 voters in Mount Pleasant or 22,000 in Mlayo Central. That's not enough. We have to see the actual voters roll so that we can ensure that the data that they're giving us meets the verifiability test. Our constitution says that an election must not only be free and fair, it has to be verifiable. So that is the foundational document. It's the syllabus for any election, and we can't understand for the life of us why ZEC would hold it. And without it, it must be emphasized, we can't really have a meaningful conversation about delimitation. And so we repeat our demand for a copy of the electronic voters roll.
Some political commentators have suggested elections must be suspended to allow ZEC to do a proper delimitation, while others say the report must be thrown away. For now, the focus turns to the electoral body's next move. Will they adopt the recommendations or simply disregard them? Khumalo, SABC News.